Hello and welcome to I Love Science. It is the season of Diwali, the festival of lights. That is why today at I Love Science we have got some very interesting and unusual experiments with light. I want to assure you that you will find some experiments, if not all, which are new and very interesting, which you would not have seen somewhere else. All right. So to start with, let's look at this picture. Okay. Do you see some colors in that? Very blur, very hazy. Okay. Nothing is clearly visible. And this is a mixture of three separate designs which are overlapped on each other. Now, to be able to see these clearly, I have got a very special light here. Okay, and these are red, green, and blue LED lights. So let's switch them on. This is very difficult to see in the video, but if I show them one by one, then you can see that these are red, green, and blue lights. All right. Now let's see if we put these red, green, and blue lights on this special picture, what happens. So right now we have all three lights which are making the white light, and again you can see that everything is blur, right? Now let's see what happens if we put only the red light. Now can you see only one set of pictures are clearly visible, okay, and other two patterns have gone, right? Now let's see what happens if we bring only green light. Now you have only the jungle and all the animals have gone away. Now this pattern was not visible at all when you were looking at from normal light. Okay. Now let's see with the blue light. Now you have different set of animals which were not visible otherwise. Okay. So under red we had these animals and in blue we have these animals. We can do some similar experiments with other objects also. We have three objects which are red, green, and blue. Now let's see if we see them in different colored lights, then what happens. Now let's see only red light. Now you see the green and blue objects have become almost black, and the red tomato almost mixes with the background. Now in green, of course, the green capsicum is green, but you can see that the tomato and the blue mouse becomes black, right? Now let's see them under blue. Again, under blue, the tomato and the green capsicum is black and the blue mouse is blue. So now you can see the interesting things which can happen when you see things in special lights. Now when we talk about light, then the refraction of light through lenses is a very common thing. So as you can see that this is a simple convex lens, because you should be able to see the magnified version of my eye here, right? And it is thick from the center, thin from the edges and all that. But have you ever seen a lens which is like a glass ball? So let's look at this. Now you can see that this is the glass ball which is also working like a glass lens, and you should be able to see myself upside down in this lens, right? But if you look at this lens from your eyes, then it can work like a very powerful magnifying glass, right? And the smaller the ball becomes, the more powerful becomes its magnification power. So if I take a glass ball which is as small as this, okay, so here I have taken this small glass ball and stuck it on a paper which has a hole so that I can see through this, right? Now this little thing becomes a very powerful magnifier, almost like a microscope, right? So let's see something very interesting. So I have here another video camera, another webcam, right? And if I put this lens in front of the lens of this webcam, then let's see if we can use it as a microscope. So I'm going to put this lens here in front of this, stick it here, and then we'll try to show you a few things magnified. Now, what I have here is a real slide of a mosquito. Now, of course, you cannot see this clearly in the normal camera because it's very small, but let's try to see this from this other webcam where I have got a magnifying lens, which is very powerful. Right? And now let me try to bring this mosquito closer to the other lens, and then you will be able to see a very big magnified version, because now you can see clearly that my other webcam is working like a real microscope just because of a tiny glass ball that I have put in front of the camera of the webcam. So it is this mosquito which is looking that big in the other webcam, because this little glass ball is working like a very powerful microscope. Now let me show you some other type of lenses which are very different. Okay. Now look at this plastic sheet. This is a thin plastic sheet, as you can see, but can you imagine? This is actually a convex lens, right? So let's look at it this way. Okay. Can you see my eye getting bigger, right? This is a convex lens, but it's actually a very thin plastic sheet. And these lenses you can also have as big as this one. So now you can see that I have a very big lens in front of me, and then you should be able to see me like this, right? So you see, so these are called Fresnel lenses. They actually have the curvature of the real lens etched onto a plastic sheet, so that this plastic sheet works as the real convex lens. Next, let me show you some concave and convex mirror. You will say concave and convex mirrors are very simple, but I've got a very exciting and different convex and concave mirror for you. And here it is. Can you see this? Right? So this is like a very big mirror, which is of the shape of a half a ball. And from inside, you can see that this side is concave mirror and this side is convex mirror, right? And you will be able to see all the properties of convex and concave mirrors as you see the reflection in this. But the most interesting thing that I want to show you is using this little ball. So I have got a TT ball here, okay, hanging from a thread. Now if I put it inside towards the concave mirror, okay, and bring it in the center and then make it swing like this, you will see the reflection that it will become as big as a balloon sometimes, as if it is, becoming smaller and bigger, and these two of them are swinging inside magically. Okay, so one is the real ball and the other one is the reflection, which becomes so big it covers the whole mirror as if it's bigger than a balloon, right? But this is just the TT ball that I have. Next experiment, I have got these two special plastic films which are inside these cardboard frames. Now what are these films? These are actually Polaroid films. So let's see, if I bring one film on my face, you will just see a dimmer light coming from the face. If I bring another one, then nothing special happens. But if I try to rotate one of them, then let's see what happens. And you will see that it becomes completely black, and from transparent it becomes opaque suddenly, right? And if I rotate it back, then suddenly the thing becomes transparent again, right? So can you see this very clearly now? Now this is the special effect of using two Polaroid films, because it is polarizing the light, and if the light passes through another polarizer which is at 90 degrees, then it cannot pass through, right? Now polarized light has one more very interesting property. Do you know that reflected light is normally polarized? Okay, and that is why you must have seen that good cameras or good eyeglasses have a polarizer on them, so that they can remove the glare of the reflected light. Let's do a simple experiment from that. So you see, I have got these few objects on my table, and they are on this Sunmica table, where you can see a lot of glare right now, because I have the tube light light coming from the other side and then coming onto the camera, right? And so that is why you cannot see clearly on this part that the Sunmica is actually dark brown color, right? Now if I bring the polarizer in front of the camera, you can still see the reflected light glare, okay? But now let's rotate the camera filter and then see what happens to the glare. Now can you see that the glare of the reflected light has gone away, and you can clearly see the dark brown color Sunmica of the table. But if the polarizer is in the wrong direction, then there is lot of glare. You can see the effect of the polarizer very clearly now. That picture becomes very clear once we bring the polarizer in between, because it removes the glare of the reflected light. Now the next thing with light I want to show you is a prism. Now prism is a very normal thing. All of you have studied and then looked at this simple diagram in your books, that the prism separates the white light into many colors. But I will show you a different type of prism today, right? Now I have a prism kind of a thing in this plastic film that you see inside this cardboard here. This plastic film has the etching of the shape of the prism on this sheet. So that is why it works like a prism, right? So let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so let me come to the other camera, right? And now let me try to focus the camera upwards towards the tube light. All right, so I can see the tube light now. And now let's see, if I bring the prism here, then what happens? Okay, so you should be able to see that the tube light is here in the center, but if I bring this, I will see one spectrum on top like this and one spectrum at the bottom like this. Okay, and both of them are happening because of the same prism effect that is there inside this film. Now when it comes to separating the light into all its colors, then there is a device called spectrometer which does that, right? But can you make a simple spectrometer from this CD, right? So what I have got here, it's a simple CD, but I have removed the aluminum foil that is actually printed on it. You can remove it carefully so that you have only the transparent part of the CD. And this is a very nice spectrometer. Let me show you how can you do that. So this is how, using the diffraction concept from the CD, we are able to see the clear spectrum of the light. So hope you like these unusual experiments with light, because this is the exciting time of Diwali, which is a festival of light. Please also subscribe to our YouTube channel and never miss any interesting fun science video. Have fun. Bye-bye.